Hello, Atlas Core community. Welcome to the 2021 Atlas Core Bonus Day celebration. My name is Abby Robinson. I am the acting CEO of Atlas Core, and most important, I am a Class 2 alum. I served in Bogota, Colombia, coming from the United States. I'm honored to welcome you here today. Bonus Day is a special annual tradition at Atlas Core. It is inspired by our partners at Global Giving, who have been longtime collaborators in Atlas Core. And at the heart, it is a matching donation day. So I would be remiss if I forgot to mention, we look so forward to your donation today. Take action at donate.atlascore.org. And I want to thank the many donors who have already showed their support today. In addition, today is a day that we recognize and celebrate our community. We know that Atlas Core does not get to where we are alone. We get there through the support of individuals, of organizations, of supporters. And today we are going to honor some of those outstanding individuals and organizations. And so this year is especially remarkable as we are celebrating our 15th anniversary. Yes, 15 years ago, we went from an idea to an organization, and now we are a community of more than 1,100 social change leaders from 110 organizations who have served at more than 300 host organizations. Amazing. I just had to pause for a second to really take that in. I especially think about it because today is my 11th anniversary as an Atlas Core full-time employee. And I think about when we started, I think Atlas Core was about 30 fellows from maybe 10 countries, and we had welcomed 4 classes. And now I think this week we welcome Atlas Core Class 42. So Atlas Core Class 42, I hope you are enjoying Orientation Week, and we are excited to welcome you. I'm also honored that we are also celebrating our Virtual Leadership Institute, which has engaged 7 cohorts since it launched in November of 2020. And we've had more than 300 scholars. And in fact, just recently, our first cohort, which started in November, finished their institute and now going on to do more amazing things than they were doing before. And I think this is what's amazing. When you empower individuals, you give them the opportunity to learn, to connect, to go above and beyond what they were doing. They can inspire more positive impact. And that's what I talk about today. We're going to talk about that, about how we as a community have inspired and will continue to inspire that global impact. And today, let me tell you a few highlights of what we're doing. So the first activity we're going to do, we're going to give out the Atlas Core honors. And so what these honors are there are special recognition that we give to key members of our community. So we'll honor some distinguished volunteers, a distinguished host organization, and a distinguished supporter. And then we will announce, and I know you're all excited for this, our 2021 Alumni Changemaker. And so this is an Atlas Core alum who has been out of Atlas Core Leadership Program officially for more than 5 years and has continued to achieve amazing impact in his or her role. So we're going to learn about that person and hear more about what they're doing. And then we're going to talk a little bit about our 15th anniversary and about our upcoming gala. And of course, talk a little bit more, give some updates about Bonus Day. And so I think we're going to have a great conversation here. And one highlight about Bonus Day, I do have to say, we have raised more than $10,000 already today. So thank you, Atlas Core community. Let's keep it going. I know there are a lot of more great donations coming in. So donate.atlascore.org. So on that note, let's go to our Atlas Core honors. So today it is my honor to give out our first recognition, which is Distinguished Volunteer. And so this Distinguished Volunteer award goes not just to one, but a group of individuals. And those are our Virtual Leadership Institute captains, Cohort 1. And since we launched our Virtual Leadership Institute just in November of 2020, 40 leaders from around the world have become group captains, helping scholars create a productive environment for co-learning, developing leadership projects, and guiding discussions about leadership and social impact. These captains are core, the Leadership Institute model. So today, we shine the spotlight on Cohort 1, our pioneers on fulfilling this role. They just completed their service and really helped to launch this Leadership Institute. And specifically, we recognize Sunga, who I'm going to invite to the virtual stage soon. She's actually an Atlas Corps alum from Class 34 from Malawi, and she continued on to be active as a volunteer. Alyssa, another alum from Class 34 from Russia. Arturo, who's another alum from Class 15 from Mexico, as well as our supporters, Deborah from the United States, Mary Alice from Spain, Tao from the United States, and Yehuda from Canada. These are amazing individuals that bring great professional experience and also reflect our global community. So please join me in welcoming Sunga to the virtual stage to share a little perspective.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here on behalf of other group captains, especially the ones that were Atlas co-fellows as myself. I really enjoy being a group captain, and I just want to share a few things about my group, because I think I couldn't be a great group captain without my group. So I chose to be an Atlas co-group captain because I believe where I am professionally or even academically has been the influence of Atlas when I was a fellow. I think that time helped me put my life in a certain trajectory and just a little focus on things that I enjoyed. And so that experience changed my life. And so when the opportunity came to be a group captain, I volunteered so that I can impact as a coach, but also I can learn from other leaders. And my group was amazing. I had people from Palestine, from Nigeria, from Cameroon, and different places in the world. And it was just such a great learning experience. And I wouldn't have done this without them. And so thank you so much, Atlas, for giving us opportunities to continue to grow, to continue to learn. And I just feel so honored to be here today to accept this on behalf of my other group captains. And if you're thinking of volunteering with Atlas, I think this is a great opportunity. I believe I grew as a leader, as a person. I learned a lot about their projects, the work that they were doing in their communities. I'm very passionate about human rights and education. It was just so amazing to see, like, in different ways that people are achieving that. So thank you so much for just having me here, Atlas, and happy 15th anniversary, Atlas.
Thank you, Sunga. Thank you for being an inspiration and continue motivator within our group. And I love that. Yes, if you are interested in being a volunteer, just email info@atlascorps.org. We'll give you all the info. So congratulations to Sunga and all our Cohort 1 captains. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Excellent. And hot off the press, an update from our bonus day campaign. I said at the beginning, less than 5 minutes ago, that we had raised $10,000 to the moment, but actually it's $15,000 just today alone. So kudos. Let's keep it going. Let's see, can we make that 20,000 by the end of the broadcast? I think we can. Let's do it. And I even updated my name because I even got a few emails while Sungo was talking about where do I donate. Go to donate.atlascorps.org and you will find the button to click. Excellent. So on that note, I'm honored to share our second recognition, and this is to our distinguished host organization. So the Atlas Corps Fellowship, which is our core and our first leadership program. The idea is to engage a global leader for 12 to 18 months at an organization that is based in the US. And we know these organizations play a key role for this leadership development experience. And today we are going to honor SeedSpot. And SeedSpot has been an outstanding partner organization. And they currently host an Atlas Corps fellow. They host Redempta, Class 41 from Kenya. And they have also hosted numerous other fellows, including Precious, Class 38 from Nigeria, as well as Ishak, Class 31 from Pakistan. And this nonprofit organization, to give you some info on SeedSpot, is dedicated to supporting social entrepreneurs in creating a product, service, or technology that improves lives or makes the world a better place. And I think what is amazing, and I will remember in Washington, D.C., when SeedSpot is actually based in, if I think I'm not mistaken, in Arizona, and they opened their D.C. office, I went to their kickoff event, and it was actually an Atlas Corps donor who said, Abby, you need to check out this organization. And I went to this event, and I said, A, Seed Spot's amazing. And I said, B, we need to host an Atlas Core Fellow there some year. And I think within the next year, that without even me knowing, our partnerships team had placed a fellow at Seed Spot, and that was Ishak. And now the rest is history. So I'm so excited because this organization inspired me from the first moment I heard about it. And I'm honored to have them part of the Atlas Core community. So with that, I am also excited to welcome Lauren McDaniel, Vice President of Strategy and Growth, to the virtual stage to share some words. Lauren.
Thank you so much, Abby. What a fun story to share about the movement to DC and connecting with SeedSpot there. I'm so glad that we've had the chance to cross paths with Atlas Core as an organization because, as Abby mentioned, we have had so much benefit from the fellows that we've hosted. So for the past 3 years in a row, SeedSpot has hosted fellows that have a specialization in data science and measurement and evaluation. And this has been absolutely critical to our ability to grow our services and products to meet the needs of entrepreneurs from all over the world. When we first started working with Atlas Core, we were working primarily in Phoenix, Arizona, and in Washington, DC. And during the 3 years that we've had fellows supporting us, we have grown throughout the US to be able to impact entrepreneurs across all 50 states, and actually now are working in about 40 different countries. And a lot of that is because of the ability for us to measure our data and really reflect the impact of the organization because of the tools that our Atlas Core Fellows have built for us. Not only the work that they've contributed to our data practice, but also the insights that they've had, the global perspectives, and just the fun that we've been able to incorporate into the team because of Isaac, Penny, or Precious, and Redempta now. So we love hosting these fellows. They really have made a big impact in our organization and in entrepreneurship globally through their work here. And I did want to just encourage, if there are any organizations who are thinking about considering Atlas Core and bringing an Atlas Core fellow onto their team, I wanted to offer some advice for how to really engage those Atlas Core members in your full work. So what we've found is that these individuals are really excited to get involved with our mission at large. We work with entrepreneurs. We have programming for entrepreneurs from all backgrounds. And not only have the 3 fellows that we've worked with come and studied these entrepreneurs and helped us to qualify our data, improve our programs, and absorb feedback to make our programs better, but they've actually participated in our programs. They've brought in other Atlas Core fellows to participate in programs. They've worked directly with the entrepreneurs, and they've been inspired by the entrepreneurs that they've worked with. So I know that we had the opportunity to contribute to a blog feature to share some of their work through this recognition that we're so honored to accept. And on that blog, you can actually see some of the photos of the fellows interacting with our entrepreneurs. And so I just really encourage you to get these fellows involved with your full mission, because not only will you benefit, but your beneficiaries will also get a lot from their experience. So again, thank you so much for recognizing these fellows' work. And we are so glad to be the honored host organization this year.
Thank you, Lauren. And wow, congratulations to SeedSpot on all you have achieved. It's like a bright spot in what SeedSpot is doing. Also, thank you for emphasizing that community aspect. I do agree. That's really the major benefit of getting involved in Atlas Core. It's the fellow, as well as just the access to this broader community. So we are honored that you are all leveraging that and happy to see that continue to grow. So thank you. Excellent. I also think a fun connection to SeedSpot is their first fellow, as I mentioned, was Ishak from Pakistan. And a fun fact about Ishak, he actually inspired what we consider the Atlas Core song. And so maybe at the end of this virtual broadcast, we are going to be playing the Atlas Core song, and you can hear Ishak and his group of fellows singing. So look forward to that. I tell you, these fellows are talented on many levels. And so we're always excited to highlight their many talents. And speaking of talents, I have another honor to present, and that is to our distinguished supporter. And this really goes to an donor who has invested time, talent, and treasure. And I think that's so important, is that, yes, we value our donors who are able to invest financial resources. We also appreciate the multi-levels that our donors provide. And Meg Kiernan, who we're honoring today, is one of those, is that she has continually contributed her finances to Atlas Core and also her thought leadership. Just recently, we were talking to Meg about some advice, and as we're strategizing for 2021 and into the future, and I've just always appreciated that about Meg, is that she's just gone above and beyond and really helped to inspire the direction of Atlas Core. And so I'm going to welcome forward Meg, who's the DEI program management lead worldwide consumer at Amazon, and also a very valued Atlas Core supporter. So Meg, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, Abby, thank you so much for the introduction, and thank you to the entire team who made today's event possible. I'm so honored to receive the Distinguished Supporter Award from Atlas Core. To me, the work of Atlas Core is really personal. I know that I am where I am at today. It's largely due to the experiences that I had serving overseas. It's where I learned to navigate cultural complexities, and I've had the opportunity to build really close relationships with people who taught me that there isn't a single right way to thrive in this world. It's made me a better leader, and I couldn't be more grateful for cultural exchange. And as Winston Churchill once said, we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. And so I've been honored to be able to partner with Atlas Core in that effort. So thank you again, Abby and the team. And I'd love to encourage those who are listening to donate today. There's no better time to make an investment in our future global leaders. So thank you.
Thank you, Meg, and thanks for continued involvement, and thanks in advance, because I know you're going to be an active contributor in so many ways in the future. And yes, thank you for mentioning that. We invite people. Today is a great day to show your support for Atlas Core, whether at the $25 level, the $100 level. And the bonus is, in addition to the matching we're offering today, is that we are planning our Atlas Core Gala on November 20th, and it's going to be a hybrid event. So we'll have an in-person event in Washington, D.C., as well as we will be virtually broadcasting aspects of that event. And we invite you, our normal ticket price is $500, but today, for a donation of $250, you can reserve your seat. This is an early bird with our match. Or if you donate $100, you'll get your virtual ticket that you'll be able to enjoy aspects of the event. So I encourage you to make those donations today. And I see our sign is up. So donate.atlascore.org. And I do have to say, the exciting part is I got some emails that we have brought in another $3,000. So we are at about $18,000, including what we've done on donate.atlascore.org. People just emailed that they're sending in some checks from donor advised funds or from some of their personal philanthropy. So those are other ways you can donate online, very easy, or you can also mail us funds. So again, you can reach me, abby@atlascore.org. We just appreciate the support. And it really has made the difference. I think as myself, as a Class 2 alum, being with Atlas Core for 11 years, it has definitely impacted my life on so many personal and professional levels. And for me, the biggest honor in being with this team for this long is that every day I get the opportunity to inspire other global leaders. And I see this talent, I see this potential, I see the opportunity is that when you give individuals the access to new ideas, to global networks, they can multiply that impact wherever they are. And I'm excited that we can all support that today. And I'm excited to be part of that community and just being a tool to help keep growing that community. And when I think about that impact, I think about what our alumni have been able to achieve. And it brings us to the real highlight of our program today. And that is talking about and presenting our 2021 Alumni Changemaker Award. And our Alumni Changemaker Award is never an easy decision. And it's also a very personal decision for me because I think about how many of the fellows I've met throughout the year. And being a Class 2 alum, it means that I knew Class 1 and all the way through. And I think about what individuals have been able to do, what organizations and what movements they have inspired. And it's awesome to be able to recognize just one of those. And before I mention our honoree, I want to share some of the finalists that we had in our group. And as I mentioned, it is a tough decision. And I want to thank our selection committee for helping us come to our final decision. And I also want to encourage all of our alumni, continue to apply because we are looking forward to recognizing you. And so just to give you a sense of some of the other alumni that were the finalists for this award, We had Kate from Kenya, who is a class 14 alum. She served at the Nike Foundation, and she's currently the director of programs for She's the First in Kenya. We had Tariq Ahmed from Sudan, who's a class 17 alum who served at HAI in Chicago and is currently the grant manager at Oxfam America in Sudan. We had Lawrence Yule from Liberia, who's a class 17 alum who served at Accountability Lab and is currently the country director for Accountability Lab Liberia. And Hakeem Awak from South Sudan, who's a class 13 alum who served at Lost Boys Center for Leadership Development and is currently the country director for Empower Kids South Sudan. So each of these individuals is amazing, and it is outstanding what they have been able to achieve post-fellowship and taking that knowledge and, like I mentioned, multiplying that impact in their home countries and in these organizations. And from all of these, we reviewed, we discussed, and we decided our 2021 outstanding alumni changemaker that we'd like to recognize this year is Gargi Saha, a class 1 alum from India who is currently the child protection officer at UNICEF. And Gargi, I think even personal is because class 2, when I was an Atlas Corps fellow, actually did my orientation in Washington, D.C. And during that week, I met Gargi. And even then, with just an inspiration, I loved her energy, her excitement, her zeal, and what she shared about the experience. And she was actually preparing to leave the United States and head back to India. And it was just outstanding to hear all that she had achieved in her time in Washington, D.C. And I think about, she just continues with that energy. And just to give you a sense of what she's been doing, she currently serves as the Child Protection Officer for UNICEF in India. And since her fellowship, she has worked with thousands of affected communities devastated by the Kosi floods in 2008, and was also involved in direct rescue operations of more than 2,000 children within 6 months from child trafficking, forced labor, and child marriage in the bordering districts of Bihar and Nepal. And she has successfully enacted legislation and built models that work to combat child and human trafficking in South Asia. She truly embodies the Atlas Corps values as she continues to serve for a greater cause bigger than herself. And I think it is additionally amazing is that those of you who know the history of Atlas Corps, when our founder, Scott Beale, launched Atlas Corps, he was working for the US Department of State in India and actually engaged on human rights issues. And he was organizing an exchange of individuals in India who were working on human rights exchange, and they were doing a short-term exchange in the United States. And I think about it's all full circle. Here we are, our founder was engaged in human rights issues in India, and we have Gargi, who's built her career and continues to provide positive impact and great leadership on the field of human trafficking as well as disaster relief, and has been such an inspiration to our community. So on that note, please join me in welcoming Gargi, our 2021 Alumni Changemaker.
Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much, Abby, and the entire Atlas Corps family, especially Scott and team, for this honor. I'm truly humbled to be here today and sharing some of my experiences. I would like to start by saying once an Atlas Corps, always an Atlas Corps. So, when I share about this life's journey, it has not only shaped me professionally, but also personally. In way back in 2007, when I was selected as an Atlas Corps fellow, little did I know that how this decision was going to be a game changer in my life. And it has actually helped me achieve so much and make me a better human being what I am now. I decided to do something different, and the idea of being in a global network and learning something new always appealed me. And that is the reason I actually took a very difficult decision of leaving a salaried job in India for this unknown fellowship in an unknown land with complete strangers. As an Atlas Corps fellow, that too for the first batch, where we were still in the experimental phase, I was fortunate to be hosted by none other than Ashoka's youth venture as well as change makers. In 1 year, the fellowship allowed me a chance to be part of a larger global network. And as the global coordinator for Youth Venture, I was able to interact with Ashoka's country offices and influence their programs, especially with youth and young adolescents. The second part of my fellowship, I was also able to contribute to Ashoka's Change Makers, which was an additional part, and that was not planned earlier. On a personal level, this fellowship helped me in grooming me to be a better human being, as I said, and understanding and acceptance of communities across the world, especially as we were also staying together with Spanish fellows. So, India, Spanish, it was such an amazing journey. All this helped me in becoming a global leader, especially in my country. And also, it helped me to break some barriers. And before this Atlas Corps fellowship, I was confined to the capital city of Delhi, and I had not seen the other world. But after this fellowship, I was more open to change and accepting to move to the most marginalized and most vulnerable communities in India, especially in the state of Bihar and Chhattisgarh, which has tribal context and most poorest states in the country. This also helped me, to actually serve these communities as well as do some policy level changes at the state level, as well as that influence the country level as well as some of the international level, especially on human trafficking. As Abby already mentioned, there were some legislations that I was on placement, for example, the Placement Agencies Act to combat human trafficking, which was in 2013 enacted for the first time in Chhattisgarh in India. The Atlas Corps fellows continue to inspire me. And at the end of the day, I know that I am part of a larger global family, contributing to a larger cause. And all of us, thousands of us, wherever we may be, geographically located, but I know and I'm sure that all of us know that we are all contributing to the same cause across the globe. So we are all there for each other, and this feeling is topmost. Thank you all for this wonderful opportunity. And as I said, for this prestigious award, I'm truly thankful and honored to Atlas Corps, Scott, Abby, and the entire team. And I accept this honor not only for myself but for my country, as well as all the fellows, with whom I think I have bonded over the years, and it's such a special relationship. So thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you, Gargi, and congratulations. And you truly are a pioneer. I love that how you mentioned you just took that risk. And at Atlas Corps, we have that saying of crazy, crazy, crazy obvious. And I remember in my first 5 years at Atlas Corps, that's what we kept hearing. And I'm sure your friends and family thought the same thing. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Obviously, you should have done that fellowship because look what you've had achieved. And I love that you have had direct impact, you've had policy impact, and you've also touched individual lives. Thank you for that. And thank you for being an inspiration to our community. So thank you for being here today. And my friends, look forward to, we are going to be hearing more from Gargi over the next couple months as part of our Atlas Corps 15th anniversary celebration. We will also be recognizing her and hearing from her more on November 20th. And I just want to personally share a few words as we're talking about this bonus day and really what it means to Atlas Corps. It is significant that as an organization, we have achieved 15 years. And there have been the highs, and the highs are many, and there's also been the lows, there's been the questions, and especially over these past 18 months, the world has been in a huge state of question. And Atlas Corps had a lot of concerns and had to do a lot of shifting. And at the heart of it, our community came forward and showed us support. Last year, when we reached out and we needed support, we needed help, we needed to provide for our fellows, our community stepped forward. So thank you. Thank you for that, because you helped Atlas Corps and you helped us to become an even stronger organization as we are today and helped us to achieve this 15-year milestone. And we have continued to engage fellows. As you may have heard, we have this blended model where fellows have been engaging virtually and with the goal of them coming to the US. We have brought fellows to the US. In April, we brought fellows. Just this month, we have brought fellows to the US, following all safety guidelines, and we're excited that people have been able to travel. And in addition, we launched this Virtual Leadership Institute. And this has been an inspiring aspect of our model, is that we've taken our leadership development, which we call the Global Leadership Lab, and put it in a virtual format. And we have engaged fellows throughout the world, scholars, virtual scholars throughout the world. And I just want to share with you, some of you may have seen in our newsletter today, we highlighted one scholar. This is Musa, who's part of cohort 2. So he started in January. He is also a pioneer in starting a program that was just a few months old. He's from Ghana. And he is the co-founder and executive director of Ghana and African operations of the Nolbed Foundation. This is a nonprofit organization aiming to bridge the gap between exceptional students and quality education within underprivileged communities in Ghana. And I love this quote he shared in the newsletter. I'm gonna read it here because I think it gives insight into what Atlas Corps is trying to achieve as we open the doors of opportunity to these talented social change leaders throughout the world. Musa shares, the impact of Atlas Corps is phenomenal, especially among those of us in the non-for-profit social enterprise entrepreneurship space. Mostly, our organizations at the community level are so small, though very impactful, but not in the financial position to put us in professional personal development training. Therefore, such learning opportunities provided for us by Atlas Corps at the heart of empowering us to be able to not only sustain our work, but to improve our scale of operation. This contributes significantly to promoting socioeconomic inclusivity and diversity at the global level relative to development gains. And I think how insightful that quote is in that here you have Musa, an accomplished professional who is achieving very effective and necessary local impact. And by being connected with Atlas Corps, he's already gaining additional skills, new networks to help him advance his work. And that's what we're doing today. That's what your contributions, that's what being part of this community, whether as a donor, whether as a volunteer, whether as a host organization, you are helping to build that global community. So let's continue. We want to thank you, and we're going to continue having that support. So remember, donate.atlascorps.org is where you can support today. Already, if you look on our global giving page, which you can see at donate.atlascorps.org, we've raised about 20,000. Our goal by the end of the year is to get it to 50,000. So let's keep raising that. I've seen via email, now some people are mailing in donations. We want to keep multiplying that. And remember, today for your $250 donation, you can reserve your seat at the Atlas Corps Gala in Washington, D.C. I'm going to say we can pop up our slide about the gala. So save the date, November 20th, 15.atlascorps.org. $250 today reserves your early bird seat in Washington, D.C. so you can attend in person. Or also $100 reserves your virtual seat so you can attend our online portion. And it is going to be an exciting celebration. Our galas up to date have all been an exciting celebration, and we want to get you involved in that. And we'll be featuring Gargi, our 2021 alumni changemaker. And soon, within the upcoming weeks, we will be announcing our 2021 global changemaker, who is an outstanding professional in the field and that has achieved amazing activities and impact. And so look forward to that announcement. We have an outstanding honoree this year that I'm super excited about that aligns very much with the Atlas Corps mission. And you'll see we have some outstanding supporters and just highlighting some of the individuals and organizations that are helping to make this gala happen. We're excited that first and foremost, we're going to be recognizing our founder, Scott Beal, on November 20th. As you all know, he is the inspiration behind Atlas Corps, and we are excited to officially honor him on November 20th. We will also be hearing from the United Nations Secretary General's Envoy on Youth, Jayathama, who will be coming to us from New York and sharing some thoughts. We also are honored to have our honorary co-chair, Ambassador of Colombia to the United States, Francisco Santos Calderon. And we also want to thank our board of directors and our host committee who have done amazing things. I encourage you to go to the 15th.atlascorps.org page to see our board of directors, see our host committee. Also, we have our alumni, fellow, and scholar advisory council. These are, again, amazing people within our Atlas Corps leaders community who are helping to inspire our event. We have our community champions. We also have our sponsors. We especially want to thank American Express, Budalei, Deloitte, Philip Morris International, Turkish Airlines, as well as the Friends of Atlas Corps, Eaton, Washington, D.C., as the Embassy of Colombia. All these groups have come together to support and be part of the Atlas Corps community. So we thank them because they are helping to fund and support the next 15 years of Atlas Corps and to see what we can achieve. And we also invite you to join that group of supporters. We've had some amazing individuals who have been supporting today. We've had the Thompsons, Bijan, David from our board, Jorge and Chris Fowler and Susan and Teresa, Momo, one of our alums, Jen, Scott and Courtney. We love our founders coming back and supporting Atlas Corps. Heidi, a longtime Atlas Corps volunteer. Thank you for your support. Matthew, a great member of our community. Yvette and Laura, also longtime supporters. Jennifer Golden, outstanding volunteer. Matthew Clausen, again, Stanley Kober, Martha Miller, Michael Schreiber, Avis, Jennifer, Gretchen from our board, Lori and John, Courtney and Nancy, Nick, Alex, Narengi is one of our alumni. Thank you all. And there's more and more and more. Join this group. Donate.atlascorps.org. Today is a great day to show your support for Atlas Corps. Get that match. Celebrate our 15th year. Continue to inspire social change leaders such as Gargi in our community of 1,100 individuals from 110 countries. And there's more. Will you help support the next Atlas Corps Fellow or the next virtual scholar? Yes, you can support that inspired social change leader who just needs that next level of leadership to multiply impact and achieve even more global positive social change. So thank you. We look forward to hearing from you. We look forward to seeing you potentially on November 20th. And let's just make it big as a community. This is a big year for Atlas Corps. It's a big year for our community. Excellent. So on that note, as promised, Kate's going to send us out with a video. Of course, I also want to do a shout out. We've had lots of fellows who have completed their service throughout the year, and that's who we're going to be highlighting them on this video. And I especially want to thank those fellows. Over the past year has been an exciting time to be in Atlas Corps. There have been consistent changes. There have been a lot of adaptations, and there has been much appreciation for you all embracing this experience. And whether you did it blended, whether you did it in person, whether you did it as a combination, or whether you just were uncertain of where you're going to do it, we commend you, because that's what it means to be a social change leader. It really means to embrace what you do not know and to go forth and to do the positive, because that's what it means to be a leader. And so we commend you for that, and we celebrate you. So on that note, Kate, let's send us out with the video, and kudos to all our Atlas Corps leaders, our alumni, our fellows, and our scholars. And thank you to our entire community for the support.
Second, every hour, we strengthen, we empower the merit for sure. We are Atlas Corps. Every second, every hour, we strengthen, we empower the merit for sure. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Change your perspective. Change the world. We are social change leaders, so come to us and behold. We serve humanity. We are from the world. We address social issues, but we don't forget to have fun. Fellow is such a fun. You can get all the good work done, and we never jump the gun. You would agree, the one. Being a fellow is such a fun. You can get all the good work done, and we never jump the gun. You one. Na 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 na.